All right, Coach, here we are, the penultimate Red Storm report of the season. Just one more to go after this. You guys got in last night late from Butler, but I got to tell you, we sat here a week ago, and you didn't guarantee a win against Creighton, but boy, you had a wry smile, and you knew you guys were going to come to play. Carter Secca was rocking. Greg Williams was great. That was a lot of fun against Creighton. What did you see besides good stuff?
It was a great atmosphere. I thought our guys came out with the right mindset. We made some shots. I thought we got the energy going in the building. Our fans helped propel that. But more importantly, I thought our guys played good basketball defensively and offensively. And you got to remember now, we're playing a Creighton team we played early in the year. And they kind of outscored us. So I guess it was our turn to outscore them.
Obviously, guard the three-point stripe. You guys got burned a couple times backdoor, a couple layups, but the plan worked, and they were just crooked downtown all day, and they were a terrific shooting team, both makes and efficiency.
And that was the plan, to run them off the three-point line and trade threes for twos. That's what they did to us, you know, and so they ended up making 4 threes. We made 14. And so, but I thought our guys did a good job of sharing the basketball and defending the three-point line. You know, Alexander is a great, great shooter. Zagorowski, obviously, I think he's the head of the team. We got him in foul trouble. And I thought guys that came off the bench gave us some great minutes.
All right, we've got to give Greg Williams some real love. We've talked about Greg Williams a lot, you know, what he's become and, you know, how he dealt with some injury over the summer and how it maybe impacted the start of the season. And you are a big fan of his upside here. But now we officially kick back and say Greg Williams was phenomenal. He stroked it with confidence. I mean, he was as good as we've seen. What does that do for a young man's confidence moving forward? He's got to be rolling right now inside.
I think it just takes him to another level now, and we're seeing the impact he's having. Even in the Butler game, you saw him on display, and he's so explosive and got so much potential. So it was good to see him have a breakout game like that, because that bodes well for our team, because now it takes the pressure off a guy like LJ having to do so many different things. And of course, I thought Rasheed was magnificent out there, just orchestrating 10 assists.
Yeah.
And when you can do that and guys playing the game the right way, it makes it easier for everybody and everybody to follow that lead.
To be fair, I wasn't sure where Dunn's court vision was, where his sense was, because he's more of a scorer. He has gotten better, seeing the court, setting up his teammates. How does somebody get better at that?
Well, I just think, you know, coming from where he came from, played at St. Francis, he did everything. And now, obviously, he knows now that you can't do everything at this level. You got guys that are good or just as bad as you are. And so now just trust the process, trust what we're trying to do. Be a guy that can create not only for yourself but others. And I think he's bought into that. And I think he's done the same thing defensively. If you watch our team, we're good as our guards are.
Yeah.
And when our guards, when Rasheed, they're locked in. And obviously we got Greg, you know, in there to score and defend. And then you got Nick coming off the bench or whether he starts. I mean, that's when those guys are rocking and rolling, man. I mean, we're doing a lot of good things. So, but I think just it's the development piece. We talk about that's what our guys do. They develop.
Champagny, the Butler game, second half, rims got a little tight. That's a tough place to play at. But what Champagny did in the first half on the road for a true freshman who really is a young freshman, it just speaks to his upside, Coach. What did you see from Champagny?
We keep seeing it consistent each and every game. Keep coming each and every game. And you can see he was really into that game there. He actually carried us. And I thought our guys did a good job of going through him. I mean, and if the night was going right, he probably could end up with like 30-something. And but again, let's give Butler a lot of credit. I thought they paid a little bit more attention to him. And then of course we had Rasheed, who was under weather a little bit. And that's why I say sometimes you know when guys don't show up that normally show up for you, boy, it puts you at a disadvantage. But again, Julian is playing with a lot of confidence.
Marquette, a little different from Butler. Maybe a little bit more like Creighton. How do you match up? What do you see?
Villanova, they like the three. They're going to shoot threes. Howard, a prolific scorer, great basketball team. But they got other pieces with that team as well. And so we've got to take care of the home floor. We've got to hopefully go out and put on the show at the Garden. You know, our fans deserve it. I think our guys do. We got some seniors. Guys, you know, this is our first year here, but at the same time, you know, Mustafa, you know, he's been here 2 years. You look Nick Rutherford coming in here. Justin Cole, a guy that's been a walk-on.
Yeah, hit his first shot there. How about that the other? Drilled the jump shot.
Even before that, he got a steal. He touched the ball, he came up with a steal. Then, of course, Thomas O'Connell. I mean, so those guys be recognized. And we want make sure they go out the right way.
I know that bodies in the building is a big part of the reason, but how do you take the energy at Carnesecca and find the same energy at the Garden? It's you know what I mean? It's been a little elusive. You lost a few tight ones at the Garden, but to get the Garden like Queens, how does that happen? Is it just winning, or is there anything else?
I think you got to win, and you got to continue to go and play exciting basketball. I think it's typical of the Creighton game, the games we've had at Carnesecca, even some of the games at the Garden. We play an exciting brand of basketball, and when we're in line up, our defense has been pretty good. But when we start shooting the ball well, making shots, it's a lot of good things take place, and I think fans can embrace a team going out and leaving everything on the floor. I talked about it at the beginning. I said, you know what, this team will resemble New York. It's going to be blue collar, hard-nosed guys going to leave it on the floor each and every night. You know, the process of getting there, you're going to have some bumps along the way. We've had some, but guess what? We're still in it.
There's been a few things thrown at you, and here we are. You know, your team, as we talked about all year on the Red Storm Report, charges out of that tunnel, doesn't lean for excuses, doesn't buy into them, just a winning attitude, even if the wins aren't always there.
The culture, man. That's what we want. We want the culture, and so no matter who we place in there, the winning. And that's what I'm saying, the winning culture. And right now, just the process we're going through. But I think we're laying down the foundation of what St. John's basketball is going to be all about.
You got to be licking your chops to get out on that court and coach during the Big East tournament, knowing what that building means, what it's seen in March. How pumped up are you, man?
Oh, I tell you what, once we finish this season off, then I'm looking forward to it because, the automatic winner goes to the NCAA tournament. And it's in a building that we play in each and every day. So I'm looking forward to it. The mindset changes because it becomes a one-game season. And there's a different kind of pressure. And I look forward to that. And hopefully our team will look forward to it as well.
And by the way, not the first time that you've said you win the day, you win the tournament, you get that automatic bid. I mean, you're not going there to win one, or you're going there to win.
Oh, without a doubt. I always, I think it's 4 games, and my plan is to take 4 suits.
I love it. Well, listen, the buzz is going to be palpable. It's going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to seeing you. I'll see you at the Garden, Mike.
Okay, see you there.
There you go, Mike Anderson.